Alright, traders, hello everybody. Hello. Let's get into a market update today across all the markets, right? So stock market is still strong, guys. Don't fight the market. Gold and silver. There is no trend in gold and silver, right? So game over for gold and silver. Anyway, and also we're going to be looking at Bitcoin as well too. Be looking at a few other markets as well too, guys. So guys, make sure you have access to that Master Trade Lab. 95% off. Link in the description. See all the details. So let's actually get into the session today. The very first thing, guys, always. I was having a session today with my coaching clients and my inner circle members. And I was talking to them about that, how the number one biggest mistake that I always made when looking at these markets was imposing my will on what I wanted to happen instead of what is happening, right? And so therefore, if I look at things like all these markets here, right? So what's happened here right now on a very short-term technical level basis here, right? So if I go to start off with the Russell here, all right, there we go. Yeah, all right. So I'll start off the Russell. So what's been happening here for the last couple of months? The Russell right now is still holding strong. This could be the start of the slingshot move. Slingshot move, here we go. Right? Are we about to see something like that? Because right now, as we speak, we have higher lows, higher low, and another higher low ready to go. We are still in a very strong upward trend. There is no top in sight right now. Do not fight this market right now. The market's still in an upward trend. We came down. You can see we actually held this major resistance. Major resistance is now becoming support, and away we go from there. From there. Let's go look at the actual. Yeah, so now we're going to look at the S&P 500, and you can see I've already got my bubbles drawn up for you. As you can see, this is the low. This is the low. Look where we are right now. Okay, so if I'm going to draw some trend lines as well too, we're going to draw it through there, and we can see low here. We can see, and look what's happened through here. We came down, and where did we find support? We found support right at this level of resistance right now, and held. Came down, held. Is this the slingshot pattern, guys? Now, what is the slingshot pattern? Right? That's the slingshot pattern, isn't it? Right? It just goes, right? It's like a punch, right? And if you guys are boxers out there, right? I do some boxing. I've also had some fights in the past where I've actually got in the ring and, you know, did some damage and got damage and all that sort of stuff, right? So the one thing about that, right, is what? A punch, right? A punch. So the punch is what? You're here, you're coming back, and you're loading up to what? Step up, right? That's what here, the slingshot pattern. The slingshot pattern, you pull the slingshot back, don't you, first? And then you let it go, and then the momentum takes you. Right now, guess what's happening on the S&P 500? And low, higher low, and now we're at this higher low through here. So right now, I cannot do anything else. So many times, guys, I would impose my will. Never trade the market based off what you think is going to happen. I think the market's going to top out because of, and then we have the story. Never trade based on what you think, what you hope is going to happen. I'm long gold right now, so I hope it's going to go up. So everything bearish is wrong. Never trade based on what you think is going to happen, what you hope is going to happen, or what you're fearful of something going to happen. I fear the market's going to crash. I'm going to trade that for that, right? So never trade based off what you think, hope, or fear. The only way for you to trade the market successfully is this. Have a trading setup, a pattern on the chart that you are most comfortable trading. That's going to give you a good win-loss ratio, and also is going to give you the chances of jumping on some big moves, maybe 20% of the time. Have that as your approach, and don't trade anything else, and you're going to have a successful year, right? So let's go look at the actual NASDAQ. What's the NASDAQ doing? Look at the NASDAQ. That was the last low. This is the last low through here. Well, look what the NASDAQ did. That was the resistance point there, right? Resistance is now becoming support here, right? It's holding here. holding strong. But John, you don't understand. There's an island reversal. One of the island reversal sticky thingamajiggies. No, do not be trade reversal patterns. Island reversals, heads and shoulders, double tops, divergence. Stop it. Why? Right? Your foundations. I always say to people, like, how are you even approach these markets? If your approach is reversal patterns, why? Why would you do that? When you say, for example, looking at the NASDAQ, you know the best trades have been what? With the market up and up and up and up. And you're trying to go short here, and short here, and short here, and short here. Yeah, you may, short here, and short here, and I'm going to pick a top here. Right? So no. Right? No. What we want to do is we want to step back. We want, let's have the best chance of having a really good year, right? And then guess what? So for example, if you want to have the biggest profitable trades are when we go with the overall market. If there's a trend in place and it's up, the best trades of having the best chances of having a really big profitable trade, because that's what I'm after big profits, is to go with it. Oh, I'm going to pick the top, right? Don't. But on the short-term level basis, guys, the good old short-term, look what happened here. Came down, found support, and it's holding here right now. So if this does hold here, and we continue doing this holding pattern, and then we start to break above this high here, guess what, guys? We're about to see some bazooka action. Bazooka. We go back to here on the Dow Jones as well too, low, and then now we have this higher low here as well too. We are still, and look at this here, and the last low was here, and so on and so forth. What does that mean? The trend is still up. And anything else, right? But John, you don't understand, right? And this is where we can go down now to gold and silver. What's happened with silver? Silver, right? Looking at silver for the last sort of 3 months, maybe last 6 months, guess what we got? There's actually no one in control of silver. We've actually broken out of this trend line here on the downside, okay? We are at this sort of level of support through here. So we're not too quite sure, right? We're not too quite sure. Do not make the mistake of, but John, you're not factoring what's happening with the dollar. One thing I want you to do, guys, okay? One thing I want you to do. This is for the 3% of people. The 95%, 97% of people are not going to listen to this. What trading's all about is trying to have some sort of a plan that you can rely on. How can you rely on a plan? There's a lot of hope there. Well, I think, and a lot of thinking, right? Think and hope. I think the dollar's going to go down. So if that happens, gold's going to go up. Your thinking is wrong. Why? Because for so long, the dollar went up for many months and so did gold. How is that even possible? Because it doesn't always work out like that. You're thinking, if the dollar goes down, then gold's going to go up. So you're wrong, John. Your thinking is wrong. Right? So let's actually bring this back to here. Let's bring it back. Bring it back to let's bring it back to reality. Okay? If you think something, go check it out. Right? Go look at the facts here. Anyway, 3% of you guys are going to get it. 95%, 97% of you guys are going to keep saying, but John, I don't think. I'm actually just looking for trading patterns. That's all. There's a big differences, right? Look at the gold here as well too. And gold. Same thing for gold, guys, right? Gold, I'm telling you right now, traders, like, the biggest thing about trading is what? The biggest thing about trading is, as you know, the reason why most people struggle at trading is because they're trading based off what they think is going to happen, what they hope is going to happen, what they're fearful is going to happen. And they're not trading based off, well, the market's doing this right now, right? So for example, if you're bullish gold and you know the trend is your friend until the end and the market makes higher lows and we know that that's an upward trend, but if it makes a lower low, we know that that's not an upward trend. That means the trend is over. But you see what I'm saying here? So no, right? What do we want to do here, right? What do we want to do here? We want to just step it back. So, okay, gold has had this pullback through here. And as you know, firstly, I called this drop on the downside. I said there's going to be a big drop coming and we got the drop. for the last couple of days, I've been saying get ready for a rise out of gold, and we are getting the rise out of gold, right? Someone said to me about my gold. Someone's like, John, you are 98% wrong. Like, oh, 98% wrong. Jeez. Man, I'm doing something. I must be trading a divergence setup if I'm 98% wrong, right? We're getting the rally now, right? As I said before, expect a rally. You guys have been watching my YouTube videos. Expect a rally. We are getting, and we have been getting the rally. Now, what is probably likely to come next? We're getting a rally. We're probably likely to hold here, and we're likely to probably spend a bit more time to the downside from here. Not a big crash, right? The overall market is still to the upside, but we're probably not going to be doing much for the rest of this year. So the bull market that we're seeing in gold for all of this year is over. Gold bull market is over for now. It's probably, if it is going to do anything, it's probably going to not do much now for the rest of this year. So OVER. And if we go then if we go start to look at the actual mining sector, what is this? The bull market is over. OVER. Higher low, a lower low. What could be forming here? We're getting a rally. We're probably going to form a lower high and go down. Why? Because in a downward trend, we have lower lows and then lower highs. This is not looking good for the mining sector. But John, you don't understand. I do understand. Right? There's two different types of people here, right? If you've been trading if you are trading really well this year and you've got really good results, then you don't need to listen to me, right? You just keep doing it on. But the 90% of you guys watching this video right now that are having a really bad year, try to take it from me, right? Like if you and that's where if you actually want to know what I did, if you go to getjohnshelp.com, getjohnshelp.com, over there you can actually apply for my inner circle and for a 12-month coaching program. And I can show you everything that's going on right now and coach you and helping you through that whole process. I have a 12-month inner circle coaching program and you can apply for that. I've got 2 spots left open for 2025. But the whole thing about that is I'm actually transparent about my real equity curve on that page. So if you're having a really good, fantastic year, then fantastic, you don't need to. But if you're having a really bad year, but you're going to fight me on everything I'm saying here, guys, I'm just trying to share with you some stuff that's really helped me have a really good year so far, right? Again, if you want to see my real equity curve, go to getjohnshelp.com. If you do really need some help and you've been struggling this year and you know that your equity curve has been looking really bad this year and you know you need some help, then apply for my coaching program and I'll speak to you to see if you're a good fit, right? So we're looking over here right now. And let's go look at, this is one of the stocks that we're looking at. One of my coaching clients actually took this trade. See this big breakout here? One of my coaching clients actually took this trade. Beautiful. What a beautiful trade. Brian, mate, amazing. Amazing job for Brian, eh? Brian's amazing. Oh, amazing. I just had one of my coaching clients a few months ago send me an email saying that he's made one of my coaching clients, he's made $180,000. In the last sort of 2 or 3 months, I think it was, from trading. He's one of my inner circle coaching clients. Just amazing stuff. So, I'm not saying if you join the inner circle or if you get approved for the inner circle, you're going to do the same thing, but yeah, it's pretty amazing there. And let's go look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin right now, guys, Bitcoin is getting ready for a drop. Right? We had a big move to the upside, but right now, I like to call this the roller coaster pattern. Let's go look at this here, right? I like to call this the roller coaster pattern. Now, what is the roller coaster pattern, right? The roller coaster pattern is this. I'm trying to see if I can find you an example of what it actually... All right, so this is what I call the roller coaster pattern, right? As you can see here, look at this here, right? So we had this move up, quite nice. Look at this here, up, right? And when I'm looking at, say, for example, this 4-hour chart, look at the moving average, right? Look at this here. So we had, from here to here, we had a very strong move up. See the moving average? See it's very strong to the upside? So if that's strong, the moving average is like a momentum indicator for me. So if that's strong momentum of this market, if that is up, if up like that is strong, then what is that? That is what? Weak, right? See the angle has changed? we went from strong to the upside to now look what's happening, right? We're starting to flatten out a lot more. We're starting to slow down, right? And I call it the roller coaster pattern. Why? Because a lot of the times what ends up happening is the market goes up through here, up, and it's like, oh, I'm slowing down, and then we end up getting something like that going on. So there's a high probability this breakout up here that happened just recently on the good old Bitcoin, right, is likely to be a false breakout, and we're probably likely to see a lot more downside to come. And last but not least, guys, the good old oil market. Oil market is still very, very, it's just a lot of volatility here, guys. You guys know I've been saying oil is likely to go down. Right now, we're still in that phase. We've just been through a lot of volatility, right? And this is one thing, like, I'm calling something on the weekly chart here, but a weekly chart may take a few months to form out, right? Not one day or 1 week, right? Because you can see, look at this here. These are all weekly bars. They take time. The whole thing is just to be understanding about this, so when we do start to break below this level here, we could be ready for an opportunity potentially to go short oil, right? But then also understand what's going on with these markets, so we can not be sort of freaked out. Because if something like this does happen, then guess what? We're not freaked out by it, and we're not surprised by it, because I've been warning you about the crash that's likely to come. We just don't know when. And just like gold, I was warning you for about a month that gold is going to go for a big drop. This one here, the same thing, that I do believe once we do start to break below this major level through here, then let the crash begin.